All right, what is up? It is 2020. Hyperlite stuff is looking really good. Unfortunately, Surf Expo did not go on this year, so I kind of wanted to give you guys a chance to kind of dive in deep on the Trever Maur series boards and line and Hyperlite. And I know you guys normally take that time to take photos, take video, talk to the riders, talk to the shapers, and kind of just dive into all this product. So figured why not? Let's just do it right now. Let's do it right here. Here we go. All right, so this is the 2020 Dipstick. This board was in the line last year for 2019, but we did make some changes to it. Pretty stoked on the graphic. Nice cartoon looking graphic. You got a kind of cartoon looking toilet right here with some flowers popping out of it. Kind of keep it street, kind of keep it grungy. Biggest change for this from 2019 to 2020 is the sidewalls. The sidewalls in the 2019 were all wood. We're a little bit brittle, and what we wanted to do is make this board as indestructible as possible. So we did a polyurethane sidewall on it, on the whole entire board. Really gives this board the strength that it needs. The whole board is made out of wood, very lively, very poppy, pretty rad. The nice thing about this board is it's very flat on the bottom. And because it's flat, we're able to put this in more of a price-effective group. And the reason that we wanted to do that, well, the reason I wanted to do that personally was I like to winch. And I wanted to relate more to all of the riders that we're kind of trying to connect to. And one, it's kind of hard to winch on a very expensive board. So the idea was, let's make this a price-effective board, put a lot of people on it. You could practically buy 2 of these for the price of 1. Which is pretty sick, and it just really allows you to go search and destroy and not really care as much, which is really nice. So this board's been really good to me. Because it's flat, you really get a very unique feel out on the water, a very slippery, but yet you can still edge around on it, and it's just fun. It's a fun wakeboard. So 2020 Hyperlite Dipstick, come get you some. So all right, let's move on. Now we got the all-new blueprint. This is a brand new shape. This is a big deal. I'm so excited about this board. When Aaron and I kind of stepped into the booth and started trying to figure out what we wanted, I just wanted a board that rode really smooth and popped really well, but most of all just lands soft. That's something that it was big for me. So what we did was we ended up creating a spine, and the spine actually runs from the very tip of the tail all the way to the tip of the nose, creating 2 channels. And what that does is, what I've noticed is previously in the past when I case a big wake, I end up hitting the top and then falling all the way down to the bottom, and I'll just case it, and when it cases it hurts. So with this spine, it's really allowed me to be able to land, and if I do case, go right through the wake, which is super nice. It's been really allowing me to be consistent, more believe in my tricks, which is making me more confident. So all in all, this board it's just so awesome. It pops really well. It's a continuous rocker line, but we ended up scooping out the tip and tail. So you can kind of see that right here, the bulge where we scooped it. But that kind of creates a 3-stage pop out of the board. So it pops really well. And then we also kept the beveled edge. I'm a big believer in beveling the edges. So from the fin to the fin, we kind of take that and taper it. And it really allows all the water to shoot right underneath the board instead of wanting to catch those edges. One of the biggest things too is I really believe that screw-in fins is the way to go, just because if you don't like the way a board tracks or feels, sometimes it's just changing those fins out. So being able to have those screw-in fins allows you to put P-wings on here. Right now I have the small molded in fins. You can have bigger molded in fins. You're just able to really customize your ride a lot more. So that's kind of why we went with that. But yeah, the blueprint. Cool thing about this is the graphic. The day that I got the prototype, went out to the Delta, and it was just nasty. There was just algae everywhere, and it was just green, and ended up taking a photo of the water, and yeah, we put it on here and turned it black and white, so it kind of looks like marble, but it's actually Delta algae coming at you. So, and then we got a nice little fingerprint on the bottom. Yeah, graphic turned out really good. The ride's insane. It's really helped me progress my riding this year, and yeah, I'm excited for you guys to get on it. So this is the Hyperlite Blueprint. Pretty sick. All right. Moving on. This is a big deal. These have been in the making for a bit now. This is the Gooey Boot, the 2020 Hyperlite Gooey Boot. This is a system boot. It's laceless. It's extremely, like, very, very comfortable. So what I end up doing is I put this in the low back systems, and the reason that we were able to achieve with a laceless boot is because the low back actually goes right over the top of your foot and over the toe, so it secures your foot with the actual straps of the chassis. And then all you do is undo this little Velcro, foot slips in, it's like a little sock, so you just slip right in, boom, and you're done. We used like a mesh, it's kind of like an athletic look to it. I really like it, and the biggest part about this boot is right out of the box, and this is what I really, really wanted to hit home with. Right out of the box, it's super flexy. And that's why it's got the Gooey name. I mean, you can't get more gooey than that, can you? So, yeah, it matches the blueprint. It's got that blueprint graphic in it. It's actually, we put some walking lines in here, so it really bends and contours to the ground. Makes for a very comfortable walk. All in all, this boot is fire. So, make sure you check this one out. This is the Gooey Boot, and it's extra gooey for you. So, last but not least, we got the blueprint handle. This is a foam handle. I really like foam because one, it's grippy, and two, it doesn't kill my hands. So we got that foam grip. But biggest part about this handle is the T-bar. So the T-bar is actually the same grip as the handle. It's that foam grip. We made it really small, really light. It's extremely light. It fits your hand perfect. It's very comfortable. But the biggest part about this handle is actually where this T is placed on the handle. It's not too far, it's not too close. So when you wrap up, it allows you to have no slack in the line. And so when you unwrap, you don't get that second pull, which is actually a pretty big key factor in my opinion. So I spent a lot of time trying to figure out exactly where this should be placed on the handle. And I think we nailed it. All my wrap tricks are feeling pretty good right now. So pretty excited. I do have a pro model vest, the blueprint vest. Unfortunately, I do not have it with me in my hands right now, so I can't show you, but it is red. It's kind of like a black acid wash on it. It matches the whole line, and could not be more excited. So 2020 is looking bright. I think we killed it, and yeah, go get you some. Have a good season.